Hello friends, how's it going? It's me, Betty Jean. In today's video, I'm going to be playing with the new palette from Fantasy Cosmetica. This is the Sorcery palette, and I am so excited for a new launch from them. They came out with their first palette at the beginning of this year. It's the Druid Palette, and so far it's my favorite palette I have tried this year. I just think it is beautiful to work with. The mattes are so grungy and pigmented and blendable, and the shimmers are so shifty and wet looking, and I was so excited when she told me she was gonna have a new release. This palette is launching on August 12th. I don't know the time as of the moment that I'm filming this, but if I figure that out by the time this video goes up, I will have it down in the description box for you. But I'm really excited for this video. I definitely wanted to get a look out for you playing with it to help you decide if you want to pick it up. I do have an affiliate code with the brand now as well, by the way. If you end up deciding to pick up this one or even the Druid, you can use my affiliate code battybean to save some money. I think it saves you 10%. So yeah, in this video, I'm going to be creating this look for you. I'll be showing you close-ups of the palette, swatches. I will also have an additional look on Instagram and TikTok coming soon. I think that'll be coming before the palette launches as well. I think that should be going up tomorrow if my schedule serves me correctly. And before we get into it, let me just give you my accessory details. These plugs today are from Love Kills Boutique. This choker I've had for a million years. I don't even know. And same with this hat. It was either from like Amazon or Target. I've had it a very long time as well. So yeah, I just want to dive into it, show you the palette, and get into it. Let's dive in. I just love it. I'm so excited to see a new palette from this brand. It is so exciting, and this one is gorgeous. Here are the insides. 9 beautiful shadows. I'm such a sucker for a 9-pan, and I like that she's been doing this 9-pan thing so far. I love this range of colors. I think it is so pretty. This bluey purple pinky color story is so cute with kind of the pops of like tealy turquoise. This is such a fun color story. I think it is beautiful, and I just cannot get over how wet looking these shimmers look. I am so pumped to keep playing with this one, and I think this is gonna complement the Druid very well. I may at some point do a video on my TikTok and Instagram where I put those two palettes together and kind of create a look, but we'll see. I have a lot of things to film with, but that is on my brain right now. I think off first impressions, the only thing that I would change about this palette, honestly, is I would switch the positioning of these two. Like, I feel like that would just fit better, like having all the shimmers in the corners in the middle and then all the mattes like this, but that is just such a nitpicky, nonsensical thing. Does not matter, but that's the only thing I would change because I think this is a very fun color story, and I'm really excited to continue playing with it. So yeah, I think I've said it all. We chatted about the palette. Let's just dive in now, create this look, and I will give you my thoughts so far on the palette at the end of the video. Hi friends, I am so excited to play with this palette. As I mentioned in the intro, the Druid palette's my favorite palette I've tried so far this year, and I'm so excited that they had another release, and I cannot wait to dive in. I'm gonna prime with my Milk Makeup Primer. Just gonna slather this on and blend it out. I hope you're doing well, by the way. What are you up to? What's new? What's the 411? Okay, so I have a vision. I'm gonna be using most of the shades in here, actually. Let's see. I think I'm gonna actually start with Empower, because that's gonna be kind of my deepening shade for the lid and lower lash line, and I'm gonna kind of go 2 different directions with the blending out shades. So I'm gonna take this B4 brush from Blend Bunny, and of course it has a cat hair. I feel like the cat hair has to make an appearance in most videos. I'm just gonna kind of tippy tap this in the outer corner and in the lower lash line. I'm not gonna take this out too far just because I do want room to stretch my blending shades out. Do want a very smoky lower lash line, very focused in the outer half of the eye though. So I'm kind of making a shape sort of like that. It's gonna look scary before it looks good. All right, so here's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm gonna use Unleashed to kind of blend out the top, and I'm gonna be using the blue one, Wild Magic, to smoke out the bottom. I think that's gonna be cool, and I really couldn't decide if I wanted to go more of a pink direction or a bluey direction today. So I figured let's do both, why not? For the pink shade, I'm actually gonna use this angled brush from Unearthly. It's a number 3 brush, just because I do wanna still keep this pretty focused in the outer corner for now. I'm almost not even like blending quite yet. I'm kind of just pressing this down. I'm gonna go more ham with the lighter pink, but for now I'm just kind of lightly smushing some of this darker pink on. And I'm not really gonna take this darker pink through the front. I'm gonna leave that for the light pink. Again, this is one of those looks that's going to look scary before it looks good. You just gotta stay with me. And then I'm gonna take some of the blue on this Luxie brush. It's a Luxie 121. I'm gonna tap it off. I think I have too much. And I'm just gonna start slowly going to town down here. It's definitely gonna give more of a purpley vibe. Obviously this very red-based purple mixed with the blue is going to keep it very purpley. I still wanted just that kind of pop of a different color going on. I do still want to make sure it kind of flows with the outer corner a little bit. I'm already loving this. Like, it's very much the beginning stages, but I just think this is already looking really cool. So let's move on to the other pink. It's called Inhale right there. I'm gonna be using this Sigma brush for this color. It's an E38. And I'm gonna start by kind of going to town with the front because I really want a bright pop of this lighter pink in the front. And I don't want to contaminate my brush with the darker shades just yet before I start blending those out. And I might add some more blue and smoke it out more down there with a fluffier brush. I just haven't decided yet. I want to see kind of how this all forms first before I decide how ham I want to go with the blue. Already loving that bright pop of pink though. I think that's so cute. It's such a smooth shadow. I'm like barely having to work to place this down. I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of match the other eye. So again, my brush isn't dirty before I start blending out the other parts of this. So I'm just gonna take a little bit more and just start working on dragging out this outer corner of my eye, just to keep that gradient going a little bit before I start going in with my shimmers on the lid. I did want this to be kind of stretched out and blown out. I'm actually gonna kind of pick up a mixture of both pinks now so I can continue to build up this outer corner. I'm really liking these pinks. I think they are fun to play with. I'm actually gonna add just a little bit more of that purple. I feel like it needs a little bit more drama. So I'm just gonna add a little bit more of that first shade. I do think I want a smidgen more blue, so I'm just gonna take this fluffy brush from Spectrum, grab some more of that blue, and just kind of go a little bit more to town in this outer corner, just dragging it kind of out and down, just to give a little bit more of a smoky outer lower lash line moment. I am loving this. I'm gonna move on to the lid now. I'm gonna take my NYX glitter primer, of course, because we use that with every shimmer ever in this household. This is an Unearthly Cosmetics number 8 brush, just a nice small flat brush. Just going to stamp this on my lid. And I'm gonna kind of carve out where I want my cut to be. So I wanna cut it with Polymorph and then have it fade into Firestorm. I think that's gonna be super, super cool. So just taking Polymorph on that same sticky brush, look how pretty that is. And I'm just gonna kind of do what I was just doing. I like to go directly above my natural crease, just a tiny bit. That's what I found works best for my eye shape, just so that you can see everything that's going on the lid when my eyes are open. And I just kind of follow the roundness of my eye and I'm stopping it right where everything is deepening up in the outer corner. Look how pretty that is. Their shimmers are just beautiful. Gonna just stamp some extra shimmer in the front. And then I'm going to build this up and let it connect to the tippy top up here. I love that. I think that is so pretty. I kind of want to just go ahead and go in with Firestorm. I'm just gonna use my finger because I just want to slather it on. Oh yeah. It's so pretty. I think this is gonna be so cool when I'm done with it. I'm just kind of tippy tapping the first shimmer on the edge of that pink just so it flows nicely. Look how cool that is. Just kind of running my brush right where the mattes and shimmers kind of touch so that they can flow together nicely. Okay, so moving on. For the lower lash line, I want to use Illusion. I think that will smoke really pretty down in the front. This is a Blend Money B2 brush. Just any pencil brush will do you good. I'm just going to just do a little smudging just right in the front and kind of let it fade into what we have going on with the rest of the blue, just for a little more pop of interest, you know, as if this look already wasn't interesting enough. Again, I wanted to use most shades. I think there's only one shadow that I didn't get around to using today, and I think it's simply because I ran out of space. Yep, that is correct. The only one I won't be using today is Chaos because I'm gonna be using Arcane in the inner corner, and that's gonna complete this look. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I just can't get over how beautiful these shimmers are. Look how wet my eyes look. Oh, it's so cool. Okay, well, I am done with this. I'm going to finish up this look, throw on my lashes and eye pencil and something on my lips, and I'll be back when I'm complete. All right, here's how my final look turned out. I love it. I just think it's colorful and magical, and I love how wet my lids look. I think this came out so cool. The eye pencil I end up throwing in is Crystal Crush from Colourpop. I just wanted kind of a metallic blue to go with that lower lash line. My lashes are the Clever Librarian lashes from Salem Cosmetics. And on my lips, I went with the Humble Lip Pencil from Rare Beauty with the Drop In So Juicy Gloss from Colourpop on top. I just wanted something kind of pinky, kind of sparkly. I really didn't want anything much bolder than this. I thought about doing a black. That would have been really cool. but I'm about to eat soon and I just don't feel like dealing with that. So I went with the sparkly gloss today. Yeah, that's the look. I hope you enjoy it. Let's zoom out and I'll give you my thoughts so far. Thank you so much for watching my video. I had such a fun time playing with this palette and I cannot wait to keep playing with it. I'm loving it so far. Obviously, this is technically just a first impressions. It's not an in-depth review, but I've used almost every shade now. I used 8 out of 9 shades. I was very impressed with all of them, and I can't wait to keep playing with it. I will say I think the Druid will still remain my favorite over this one, just because those colors speak to my soul. But I think this is very fun and very unique. I don't really have a color story quite like this in my collection. I really don't have any complaints so far. Everything performed the way I wanted it to, and I just am super excited for them to have their second launch. I would love to hear your thoughts. Do you plan on picking this one up? Do you already have the Druid palette? I just love the Druid so much. I cannot wait to see what else they do. What themes would you like to see them do in the future that kind of aligns with this fantasy theme? If you made it to the end of this video, why don't you leave me some magical emojis, whatever that means to you, things that fit the sorcerer vibe. Even purple, pink would work too. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps my channel out a lot. And if you're not already, you can follow me on my other socials. You can join the battybean fam. I am battybean on everything, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And if you want, you can subscribe if you want to see more of my videos. I'm posting most days over here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Okay, bye. Did you see me just throw my palette at myself? Betty Jean, calm down. Oh, the air conditioning kicked on. Hopefully that's not too obnoxious, but you know what? It's Florida and it's August, and I frankly don't care. I don't want to sweat to death. I've never understood when, like, you know, content creators, they feel the need to apologize if their air or their fan is on. What kind of human would you be to complain about someone having, like, their fan on? Like, do you want somebody to have a heat stroke? That's what I want to know.